hope you're having a great October and enjoying these sunny days now that the rain has finally stopped. I know Matt's been giving you on Fridays updates with what's been going on at the General Assembly and impacting early education, Smart Start, NCPC, all the other groups. But what we wanted to do with this video is do a general overcap of what happened this session, talk about HHS oversight, and then talk about the campaigns and what General Assembly members are going through right now. As you're well aware, the House had their budget, which actually everything was fine for us. There was no increase, but everything was stable and fine, and we appreciated that. On the Senate side, we had some issues that popped up, cutting admin percentages, requiring more matching money, and also dealing with us on the study commission. What came out of the conference report, as you're well aware, is that even though we have to do a higher matching, 17% for this year, next year would be 19%. We have one more year to work on it. We saved the admin dollars that we were going to be cut. And number three, we got the study language that we wanted within the budget. Out of the two out of the three items for his child's care subsidy we got. So overall, it was a pretty successful year. And all your phone calls, your emails, your networking really does help here down at the General Assembly. You guys are doing a great job, and I know we're going to have more work for you to do, but I want to give you kudos because you do wonderful work. Now, what we've got going forward, we've got the Health and Human Services Oversight Commission, where there's been language in the budget that had a study on early education, and it had all that parameter language of what they're going to be looking at. From what we're hearing right now, we don't think in October they're going to be appointing that study commission. We think it's going to be in November. I'm sure that Senator Heiss is probably going to be the co-chair of that, not only that subcommittee of HHS oversight, but he'll probably be in charge of Health and Human Services oversight. Louis Pate has worked many times on those issues. He's not running again, so I don't know where he's going to be working with all this. So we've got Senator Heiss on the Senate side that we know of for sure. We don't know for sure on the Senate side. On the House side, we don't know who's going to be popping up. I know that Representative Donnie Lambeth is interested. I know Nelson Dollar has done it in the past, Representative Dollar, but because of his appropriations position, he may not get that appointment. And then also Representative Avila. Okay, also for the subcommittee, we have Representative Josh Dobson, who has been such a wonderful advocate for us. And he's also interested in serving on the subcommittee. So we have the big HHS and then also the subcommittee dealing with early education that we'll know more of next month. From a campaign perspective, you probably read in the paper where they moved the primaries from May to March. And that is huge because not only did they move the primaries from May to March, so everybody's got to get ready earlier, but the filing deadline is in December this year instead of February. So these poor folk worked 9 months straight, got done in the end of September, and they almost killed each other by the end of September. And then they've got to make decisions right now whether they're going to file in December, and they're starting to fundraise as fast and furious as they can. So many of them, when I've tried to contact some of these legislators, they're like, I can't meet right now. I've got too much on my plate. I'm still not recuperated from session, and then I got to do all my campaign stuff right now. So they've got a lot going on, and then when the study commissions start up, there's going to be a real challenge going on because the folk, particularly those in safe Democrat or Republican districts, the primaries are the main race for them. So they're going to have to really focus on those races, and then on top of it, they've got to do their study commissions at the same time. So what I've been telling folk, if we just gave them another week or two to recuperate and then started contacting them, that would be great because that gives them a full month. And usually people after a month are ready to start working on stuff again. So what we've got to do is get up with these legislators, talking to them about the study commission. And Matt and I will be working on messaging and talking points for that, information that's going to be shared. Matt's going to be meeting with some legislative staff folk to get from them exactly what they're interested in from us, because this is a little different angle. It's special looking at everything together, and so we're part of that puzzle. We want to make sure they're giving them the right answers. Last but not least, in these visits, I'd like to throw out an idea to you. Smart Start as a whole, with the partnerships in NCPC, are kind of like a black box for a lot of legislators. They know we do good stuff, but they really don't have a visual of what we do. Many times people, legislators, when they're invited to the partnership, they're actually just going to the partnership and there's hardly anybody there. So I'd suggest this time, if it's possible, if you could actually have site visits where these legislators go to 2 or 3 different places and at least can see how the money's being used, directly impacting a constituent, whether it be a child, a parent, whatever, or even going to social services and seeing what's going on. But these site visits, I think, would have a big impact on our effectiveness in 2016, because what we're really going to be working on besides that study commission is that matching grant requirement that goes up to 19%. I know that NCPC is going to be bringing legislators in to visit there, so trying a little bit different strategy I think will help give a fresh message and create visuals for our legislators. We appreciate everything that you do. We know that we're always asking more work from you, and you guys always provide. Just want to say God bless you and thank you for all you do. Bye.